Everyone, how's it going, boys? Panda back with another video. Hope you guys are doing well. I know I am. This is a little bit chill video, but I am, don't let that fool you. I'm very excited to go over all of this with you guys. So before I get off, like I always say on my videos, thank you guys for all the love and support you guys have been giving me. Don't forget also the new endless TBC refresh. The new fresh is coming out very soon in the next following weeks. So make sure you join the Discord, subscribe on YouTube, and check me out on Twitch, because I will be streaming with Cargos and Critics. It's going to be very fun. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So what do we have here? Well, this is an account from all the way back in 2006, well, around 2005 to be exact. This is the original account that me, my brother, and my dad and my sister, we all played on. This is the original account that hasn't been touched in years, and probably over a decade. I'm gonna be honest with you boys, probably over a decade. I have a lot of memories with this account. I know it's just a video game, right, and yada yada, but just seeing all of these characters, it brings back a lot of memories, a lot of good memories. It's definitely a time capsule, you know, when you put something in the ground and you look at it back like 20 years later or however long, 13 years later, you look back and it's like, you know, it feels good, you know, it feels good, man, right? So we have this entire character list right here, and then we have this other one over here. This other one, basically we had too many characters, and so we made a like, remember, this was like me and my brothers way back in the day. This is basically me and my brother's account. All of our characters, do not worry, we will be going through them all. A lot of these characters are bank alts, so if there's like nothing on a character that's like, you know, pog, right, you know, we'll probably skip that character, like level 3s. They're not gonna have anything too crazy. But I will tell you one thing. Probably gonna save this till the end, but this is my dad's warrior. My dad kept everything. My dad literally would keep a fucking white because he thought it'd be useful for something. To add on to that, my dad made his own guild. My dad literally made his own guild, not to like raid or anything. He made his own guild so we could have a guild bank, therefore have more storage in the game. You know, like having all of these bank alts wasn't enough for my dad. My dad needed his own guild bank. Like it got that out of control, right? Again, most likely we will be doing my dad's account last, just because it has the rare stuff and the coolest looking stuff. Me and my dad were really PvP intensive back in the day. We love doing PvP, so I have looked at a couple of the characters, but all the other characters I really haven't looked at. So I was saying, me and my dad were very PvP intensive back in the day. We tried to push rating as much as we could, and we did it together. As you see right here, I played a priest and my dad played a warrior. So I have a lot of fond memories, but mainly in the arena I have a lot of fond memories. So skipping my dad, we're gonna go straight into the DK. We'll see, this is my DK back in the day, maximum. So to give some backstory on the DK maximum when I was a kid. As a kid, I always loved the movie called Gladiator. I'll put a picture on the screen, and that was my favorite movie as a kid. So I thought I'd make a character in World of Warcraft named Maximus. That was the name of the main character in my favorite movie when I was a kid. So I thought I'd make a character named Maximum. Basically, that was his like nickname or whatever. So let's go ahead and hop right into it, boys, shall we? So the way we're gonna go about this, we're gonna go ahead and look at my armor first, look at my bag second, and look at my bank third. We will be looking at mounts, the cool mounts that my family had, you know, growing up farming, and all the cool mounts that we have, and all the cool achievements that we got back in the day. There, I've dabbled and I've looked at them, and there are some very cool achievements that bring back a lot of memories. As you see right here, the Vicious Gladiators Dreadplate chest piece, super fucking. I remember getting this when I was a kid. I remember a lot of stuff, right? That like these were so cool. Obviously it's an item that's been removed from the game, but it's still so cool to have it. The original season 10, you know, Vicious Gladiators set for DK, so cool. I'm so glad that these guys have it, and a lot of these gears, a lot of this gear I'll never take off, but it's just so cool. Again, the Vicious Gladiators offset pieces removed from the game. Both of these Brewfest trinkets removed from the game. And it's just, you know, it's a time capsule. Again, Vicious Gladiator removed from the game. You guys will be hearing that from me a lot, but hopefully it isn't too much of a, you know, too much of a broken record. Character only had 500 gold, but back in the day, you know, that's I know we used to invest our gold so much, but it looks like it never got spent, right? You know, like we invested a lot of our gold into like stuff we thought that would go up, because honestly nobody really knew like the game, because it was progressively getting more and more interesting, right? But This is one of my favorite items that this DK has, is the original Headless Horseman Sinister Saber. Very cool. It summons a giant pumpkin to you know, fight your foes. Again, removed from the game from the Hollow's End event by killing the Headless Horseman. Very cool, very unique, and I don't see a lot of people with it. Maybe it's rare, maybe it's not, but you know, it always holds a place in my heart, right? It's super cool. One of my favorite swords from back in the day. I just want to point this out real quick. This is one of the tabards that, you know, you used to get back, and I think it was Cat, if I remember correctly. You put the tabard on, and then you get rep if you do any dungeons or anything for whatever tabard. If you have the Undercity tabard and you go do a, you know, Zul'Amin or whatever, you'll get rep for Undercity. So I thought that was super cool. You'll see a lot of my characters with these on. It's so cool. So that's basically it for the DK. DK doesn't have too much, but he has some, you know, some unique items. Let's go ahead and hop on to the next character, shall we? So as many of you guys know, I'm a priest man. I've been playing priest since around 2006, 2007. I love priest. It's my favorite class, and I'm very excited to see what this character holds. I know a lot about priest, and I just love priest. You know, doing arenas and stuff with my dad, as he was a warrior and I was a priest, was super fun back in the day. So enough messing around, let's get right into this character, shall we? And the very first piece of gear is the Ruthless Gladiator Satin Hood. You know, Season 11, again, pushing rating. It was super cool to get this back in the day. Again, removed from the game, no longer obtainable, but it's so cool to have. Random neck piece that's no longer attainable in the game. And another offset piece from Season 10, removed from the game. Yeah, I loved pushing rating back in the day. I love doing all of these. It's so cool. So cool. Now on to bags. This character has a random trinket that has been removed from the game. You know, don't really know what that is, but it's cool to, you know, it's just cool to have items that are removed from the game, because it makes it feel, you know, it makes it feel just like that much special, right? Like, honestly, it's so cool to see it. And again, like look at this, Fell Lotus. These are all TBC. This is all, you know, with TBC on the rise. So this would be pretty cool. This character had a bunch of TBC stuff. Fell Lotus, you know, unidentified plant parts. You need that for rep, right? Cinder Bloom. This is basically like, again, me and my dad, we made characters distinctly for certain traits. Like, we didn't know, like, you know, Tarns had the best for, like, you know, herbalism and stuff like that, but you know, so we had certain characters distinct to certain stuff, and it was pretty cool. Now, there's one thing on this character, one little thing on this character that is probably, I would say, like, fourth rarest thing on this account. It's very rare when it comes to items in the game. Not a lot of people have this, and if they do, you know, go ahead and salute them. Is the Competitor's Tabard. The Competitor's Tabard. This is one of the rarest things I think that this account has. It's so cool to see, so cool to see. Basically, you got this basically during the, participating in a battleground during the Beijing 2008 Summer Olympic. This is back in 2008. This is 13 years ago. So cool, you know, just gotta do a BG during the Olympics, and you got a tabard, you know. This is back when Blizzard did cool stuff, but this is very rare back in the day. Again, it was only obtainable on one day in 2008, the entire year, right? Super cool, super rare, and I thought you guys might like this one. Now for the bank. Again, keep in mind this is my character, and some things might be piquing your interest. You guys might see a couple things that are like, whoa, Panda, that's very cool. I don't think you guys really care about how much fucking gold clover I have, right? Like, as again, I was an herbalist, and I have an unlimited supply of stuff. Again, me and my dad would invest, and things just wouldn't pan out. And as you see, we kept everything. Creeping moss. Why would I need that? I don't know, dude. You know, like, you know, all the crystallized fires, right? It turns you to an eternal fire, right? It's so cool to see how much I had invested. Like, imagine like having all this sungrass and all this stuff in classic WoW. You know, people would go crazy, you know, random golden pearls and stuff. Like, it's so cool. So next, I am very excited to tell you guys this, and to show you this. This is one of the most rarest things that this account has. This is probably the number one. It's probably the number one, and when I saw this on this character, I was ecstatic to show you guys. Basically, fuck, I've only seen like 2 or 3 people ever in WoW have this. Asmongold and them probably have it, but for the normal player base, I don't think anybody really has this. It is the Unhatched Mr. Chili. This was released in 3.1.2. This is a very rare pet. It came out in 2009. Can you guys guess what it was for? Panda, how can I get Mr. Chili? Do I want that? Gimme. The only way that you can get Mr. Chili was by merging your Blizzard account back in 2009 to the Blizzard client that you guys click and you guys play games, COD, whatever it may be, that you click on today. That was the only way that you were able to get this. It is very rare, and it is one of my favorite things in the entire game. Right up next, we have the Onyxia Whelpling. This was logging in during the 5th anniversary of World of Warcraft. Very rare, again, no longer obtainable. I feel like a lot of people, you know, look over this and they don't even remember it for the most part. I mean, I don't blame them. This was during 2009, but I have something even older. This is from 2008. This was the baby Blizzard bear. Just logging in, you know, during the anniversary. Very old, very cool. Not a lot of people have this from what I've seen. Again, if you guys have any of this and you want to like leave a comment down in the description, hey Panda, I have this cool rare thing, let me know, dude. I would love to see it, and I would love to hear what you guys have. Again, both of these, I don't even think both of these compare to the rarity of this. You know, and you know, Mr. Chili, changing your account to the changing your Blizzard account and just merging them, being able to do that, and you get the, you know, the Mr. Chili, very rare. But you know, the baby Blizzard bear is very rare too. I think that's about everything that's very rare on this character. We'll go ahead and swap on to the next one. This is my Paladin. Again, I've played every single class in the game. I remember leveling up this Paladin back in the day. Again, another random piece of gear that just was removed from the game. The Vicious Gladiators season 10 removed from the game. Again, I loved leveling people up in order to play them and go them. That's how I'm so knowledgeable these days about, you know, older expansions and everything. People ask me, Panda, like, how do you know? Like, it's just playing, dude. It's just playing. I've played every class. I know what every class does, right? Obviously up to like Wrath, but I know what every class does. And this character has one of the rarest things I've seen too, is the Initiate's shirt from back in the day. This item was removed from the game as well with the chest and the necklace removed from the game. But the Initiate's shirt, I know a lot of people, you know, I've heard that a lot of people talk about that before, and they say it's pretty rare. Again, the boots, offset pieces, really cool. Same with the belt. I just want to show you guys something real quick to prove how old this account is. A lot of these, this is the guild I had back in the day that I made, the Knights of the Templar. It was only Paladins for some reason. I made it on this Paladin, remember, but I don't know why we did only Paladins. But as you see, these guys' names aren't really, you know, last online 9 years ago, right? Last online 8 years ago, last online 9 years ago, last online 5 years ago, right? Very, very cool. You know, it's just want to show you guys. I thought that'd be cool. This account doesn't have too much rare stuff on him for the most part. A lot of guild tabards, and again, the Argent Crusade tabard. He has the so a lot of you guys don't know what this is. This is the Wind Rider Reigns. So basically, basically this was a mount that you got during Wrath, if I remember correctly, and you had this before you got your Cold Winter Flying. You were able to get this mount. It was very like slow, if I remember correctly, and it was only usable in like Storm Peaks or Ice Crown or something like. I could just read the tooltip, right? But yeah, it was a mount that was only, you know, only granted you for a certain amount of time. I think it'd be so cool. Obviously, it's removed from the game. I don't think a lot of people have this because you were actually able to sell it way back in the day, but knowing me, I kept everything, so it's cool to keep this removed from the game. So again, as I said, this is one of the characters that mainly, like, you know, was made just for mining. You know, I have the Reigns of the Bronze Drake, still obtainable obviously, but they had the Onyxia Whelpling on this character too. Again, logging in during the 5th anniversary of World of Warcraft. You know, not super rare, but super cool. I like. And again, another unhatched Mr. Chili. And this mount right here, the Swift Purple Hawkstrider. Obviously, this is before you had your mount collection, so you had to have different mounts on each character. So I thought that was super cool. So, believe it or not, Panda played a Hunter. Actually played it a lot. I actually really enjoyed Hunter back in the day. I thought always having a pet as a kid was super cool. You know, I don't know, I thought it was cool. We'll go over the gears. Obviously, I got Brutal Gladiator back in the day on a Hunter. Yes, that's TBC. It's so cool to see all these gear sets and offsets that aren't even in the game anymore, and it just it blows my mind. You know, seeing all this, like, you know, the Guardian. You know, these are so cool back in TBC. All the offset pieces, so cool. One thing I noticed too is the null skin, but I can't even pronounce that. You know, removed from the game, right? Another item that's been removed from the game. It's actually pretty crazy the amount of items that Blizzard just removes from the game. You know, I don't really know the reasoning behind that, but it's cool, you know, to like step in and peek and look at all the gear and the items that, you know, may be rare because, you know, they're not in the game anymore. So this is super cool, just going ahead and seeing all of this stuff. Now this is my Warlock. The Warlock does, you know, it's low level, only level 26, obviously because the level squish, but it doesn't have really any rare stuff or any crazy stuff on it, but it definitely has something I want to show you guys. You guys want to see a full guild of 21 members of people that haven't logged on in 8-9 years? Look at all this, dude. A full guild that just hasn't been on in 8 years. A full guild bank full of just crazy stuff, dude. Look at, like, oh, it's a full guild bank. Just full of stuff that no one, you know, it's just preserved in time. Nobody will ever touch this anymore, right? All this stuff is just stuck in time, and you know, I only have access to the first 2 ones, but like stuff like in here that like has been removed from the game, right? All of this will just remain in time until, you know, Blizzard eventually collapse underneath itself because, you know, they don't care about their community, right? It's just, I thought this was so cool and so fascinating that I thought I might show you guys a full guild bank full of gold. You know, like, when was the last time, you know, you can't even see when people took anything out or anything like that, man. Last time anybody was on was like 8 or 9 years ago. It's almost spooky, right? It's almost spooky, but it's so cool to see, right? So this is one of the hunters on the second account, and I thought I might show you guys this because he does have a lot of items that are removed from the game. You know, the shoulders from Scarlet Monastery and another pack from Scarlet Monastery, but there's, you know, you guys notice something? I do too. I guess at one point Blizzard may have changed this piece of gear to plate or something. I have no idea. But this hunter, this is a Marksmanship Hunter back in the day, right? Wearing a plate chest. Either they must have changed it to plate or something, because it's crazy to be able to see this. Again, another item removed from the game. You'll see that a lot. You know, this ring trinket removed from the game, boots removed from the game. This guy doesn't have too much crazy stuff on him, you know, but I thought this was cool too. Somehow I could still trade this item for 1 hour and 28 minutes to anybody that's still in the group, but I'm pretty sure that's, you know, that's not going to happen anytime soon. So this character right here is my Paladin from way back in the day on the second account. As you see, he was like the for some reason I went blacksmithing and disenchanting. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea, but again, we'll look at his gear. I don't think there's too much rare stuff on this character, but he does have the initiate shirt for Blood Elves way back in 2006 when TBC came out, and you know, it's just so cool seeing all of this old gear. So, the moment you guys have all been waiting for, my dad's warrior. My dad played more than anybody. My dad used to call me out of school. He'd call my school, be like, "Hey Panda, you know, my son Panda has raid today. He can't come into school, he's sick." Because they need a healer, you know, if they need a healer or whatever. Like, you know, I have good memories with my dad. When I log into this account, I've saved it for you guys. When I log into this account, we will be looking at the achievements, the mounts, and everything my dad has. Again, my dad's a hoarder, so let's see what we go ahead and get. This button, this character hasn't been logged into, I would say, for about 13 years. So let's go ahead and check it out. It's crazy to finally log into this character. I have to say, it is completely crazy. My dad hoards so much shit. You know, the Bloodthirster Gladiators plate helm, dude, from way back in the day. This is basically the blue set of the season 9 set. So cool, dude. Removed from the game, removed from the game. Removed from the game. Basically every piece of gear that my dad has just about is removed from the game. It's very legendary. My dad pushed raiding very hard back in the day, but also did PvP, and it was so cool. Yeah, my mouse almost went over it, but yep, my dad got them. My dad had them back in the day, back when my dad's first started, back when my dad first started playing was beta, but I remember my dad getting a pair of these, and you guys know what Edgemasters handguards are. You know, I'm gonna tell you what they are. I remember when my dad got a pair of them, he almost vendored them because he didn't think they were good. But my brother, knowing a lot more, told him to keep them. They're pretty good. They're pretty good, you think? By the way, if you guys have any cool stories about you and your family playing or anything, let me know down in the comments. If you guys like all this, I really thought you guys would like this video. I thought I'd share this with you guys, with the community, with the wild community. I really thought you guys would like it. So if you like this kind of content and stuff, go ahead and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It'd really help me. As you can tell, my dad was a leather worker. I don't know why my dad was a leather worker. Honestly, back in the day, probably for drums, because that, you know, people would use them. You know, he just another removed from the game item, and he has the Lone Windstrider reins, again removed from the game. All of this stuff is just legendary, dude, to come back and see. After all these years, it's just been sitting here. You know, we're not gonna look at all the leather, obviously. We're just gonna look at, you know, the chromatic cloak, dude, removed from the game. It's just cool to come back and see all this stuff. And now the guild bank. As I said, my dad literally kept everything. He made his own guild, so, you know, therefore he could have more storage, because my dad literally kept every little thing. But which honestly now is not really a bad thing, because it's like, wow, like all this cool stuff. Primal Fire, that's TBC, right? All this stuff, a lot of this is TBC, a lot of it's Wrath. You know, that was when we went really hard. You know, seeing all of these are just so cool. How much stuff my dad fucking collected. It's insane. It's insane, right? And you can see right here, 6 years ago, my dad withdrew mithril ore, you know, medium leather. It's just, it's cool. Let's go ahead and move on to mounts. I will go ahead outside and I will show you the mounts that we have. Before I show you the mounts, I just want to say we didn't farm a lot of mounts, but there are a couple rare mounts. There's one in particular that I was talking to Twitch chat about, and I think it's very, very rare, but I don't quite know. The Black Skeleton Horse, you know, Black War Kodo, all the PvP Mammoth, you know, back in the day. PvP Raptor, Black War Raptor, Black War Wolf, Black Wolf, Blue Hawk Strider, the Bronze and Brown Kodo, right? Nothing too crazy just quite yet. The Wolves, the Dire Wolf, the Goblin Trike, Goblin Turbo Trike, the Gray Kodo, Great White Kodo. By the way, I don't really know rarities on mounts, so if you guys see anything too crazy, let me know. Ice Mammoth, I'm getting rep from the Sons of Hadir. That's in Storm Peaks for getting Exalted Reputation. That's where you get this. This was pretty cool. The Orca Skeletal Warhorse. I don't know if this is rare or not. Maybe I'll do some research after I'm done showing you, and like we'll see. I don't remember seeing this anywhere, but the Orca Skeletal Warhorse, pretty badass from back in the day. The Red Drake, Red Skeletal Warhorse, Swift Blue Raptor. I don't know if this is rare again. Let me know. The Swift Brown Wolf, Swift Gray Wolf, Swift Olive Raptor, Swift Orange Raptor. This is my dad's favorite mount from back in the day. And you know, he has it on his bars. What did I say? He has it on his bars. Like it was his favorite from back in the day. Swift Purple Hawk Strider, the Swift Red Wind Rider, Timberwolf, Swift War Strider. This was actually this is a PvP mount as well. You know, just regular, you know, and then this one. I don't remember this one really being anywhere. If I remember correctly, I'm gonna do some research right after I finish showing you guys these and let you know. This one, if I remember correctly, was pretty rare from back in the day. And that's it. You know, the Vashir Seahorse, you know, from Kata. You know, but I'm gonna do some research real quick and see if any of these are very, very rare. So what I see about this one, it looks like about only 20% of people have this, the Orca Skeletal Warhorse. Seems pretty rare. Cool, just cool to know. The second one I'm going to check is the Turquoise Raptor. I don't know how rare this one is. So this one's even more rare. This one about only around only 15% amount of people have this one, so you know, not a bunch of crazy mounts, but it's still cool to see. Okay, let's go ahead and move over to achievements. I know you guys want to see this one, the achievements. Not a lot of achievements, but a lot of them, you know, are pretty crazy. As you see right here, the appearances, like as I logged onto these characters, I was getting more and more achievements. It's crazy. So we're not going to cover all of these crazy ones, you know, PvP or whatnot. We're just going to cover the feats of strength and legacy, because I don't want this video to be too long. So the events, this is probably the coolest part from, you know, from what I see. Log in during WoW's 10th anniversary 2014, right? Log in during the 8th anniversary 2012. You know, WoW's 7th anniversary 2011, you know, WoW's 6th anniversary 2010. This is a cool one. This is the Spirit of Competition pet. This is one. We'll go over pets real quick after this. Actually, this was a very cool one to get back in the day. Logged in during the 4th anniversary of WoW 2008. You know, this is crazy too. The Prowler of the Competitors Tabard. You know, again, doing a BG during the Olympics. It's so cool to see. All these are so old. You know, the fucking 2008 Stein. We'll go ahead and look at Legacy again. 2010 for all these. The oldest one being 2010 right here. Like I said, you know, rep and skill to 400. It's so cool to see all these, all the old PvP ones, dude. All the cool old PvP achievements. Now moving over to pets, we have obviously the baby blizzard, super rare. Not a lot of people know it. The cheetah cub, I don't know how rare this is. Again, a lot of these pets, I don't know the rarity of them. Dark Moon Glowfly, I don't know the rare of these. I know the helpers are pretty rare. It's like a fawn. Like I don't really know the rarity on these. So if you guys see something that's super, you know, super rare, right? Let me know. Obviously, Mr. Chili and Corgi are super rare, right? Not a lot of people got those. Again, I don't really know the rarity of these, but it's cool to go through here with the Perky Pug. I don't know how rare that is. Some kind of elephant. You know, I have no clue about the lore between pets and everything. I have a fucking frog. You know, the spirit of competition, you got this during the Olympics. You got a little pet too, little sprite darter hatchling. Don't know how rare any of this is. Got a little crab, the snowman, you know, the pups and everything. Again, the fish, the reindeer, and the bird. So that basically sums up everything. Actually, before I forget, I wanted to show you guys this something. So back in the day, if you had honor or anything, they would send you gold. Let me show you real quick. Basically, you get 35 silver each for every point of gold you had. You know, 952 gold. Again, this account had basically 10,000 gold on it. Not a lot, but it's still cool to see. That's one of the cool features. Once they got rid of something, they just reimbursed you with gold. So that's basically it, boys. Hopefully this video wasn't too long. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it, and it was definitely a step back, and it was just cool to see everything, man. It was just cool to go see all my old characters that I grew up playing with my dad. So hopefully this video isn't too long. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, and if you guys have any stories or you guys have any cool items on your old account, let me know, guys. Let me know. I would love it. And again, if you guys enjoyed the video, go on my Discord, message me, or whatever you guys gotta do. Comment, you know, like, subscribe, all that. Make sure you guys leave a like, and yeah, it's the Panda Boys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.